Howdy folks, Jambareeqi here. I have openly stated that I think that The Simpsons has gone downhill in quality, but at which point do I think this started to happen? Well, I'm going to go with season 13. Yes, it's got some good episodes, but it also shows hints of the bad habits the show would develop over time. This is most evident in a season 13 episode called Gump Roast, one of the worst episodes of The Simpsons I have ever seen. In Gump Roast, Homer is roasted by the residents of Springfield at a Friars Club. After each joke is fired at Homer, a series of clips play related to the roaster's jab at Homer. That's honestly it. I'm not even kidding. It's the weakest plot for a Simpsons episode I've ever seen. Of course, there have been a few Simpsons clip show episodes in the past, but those clip shows were made at a different time, when a compilation of Homer's pratfalls and does could be cherished because the digital age was yet to evolve. Those clip shows were the only way for TV viewers to rewatch classic Simpsons moments back then. Sure, we had Simpsons videocassettes back then, but VHS tapes weren't exactly the best for replayability. Playing something back on a VHS player was the equivalent of chopping off your nose when you had a bad cold. Sure, it got the job done, but it had damaging consequences afterwards. Also, from a modern point of view, we can look at those clip shows as fascinating time capsules, reflecting an era where 20 minutes of clips would have been a gift to audiences at home. In the 21st century though, we have the internet and DVDs to turn to when we want to rewatch a Simpsons clip or episode. So the idea of doing a clip show in 2002 seems like a pointless exercise and just an excuse for the showrunners to put in less effort. Sure, YouTube and Hulu were yet to be founded, but viral videos were starting to emerge as a popular trend. Most of these clips depressingly remind us what The Simpsons used to be like, how the jokes used to have actual punchlines, how the physical comedy had restraint and timing, how the humor was fueled by sincerity, not ratings. It's like the producers are taunting us. If we show them clips from good episodes of The Simpsons, then they're going to think that this episode is good too. Yes. Keep watching The Simpsons, my pretties. To remember the times when Homer strangled Bart, we'll show you them all. Yes. Feed on the pandering nostalgia bait. The only original material for this episode is cringe-inducing, from the awkward use of tired old catchphrases excellent, to Mr. Burns, of all people, scolding Homer for his past antics, even though Burns' running character trait is always forgetting who Homer is, because he's so senile.
I stand here to expose the criminal ineptitude of Homer J. Simpson. Again and again, he has brought this town to the brink of annihilation.
Sometimes the writers downright give up, like when Homer starts rambling some nonsense while drunk. If you can't write something legitimately funny, just get the character wasted, it's easier, yeah!
I'm sick of your lies! Secrets and lies! It's always secrets and lies!
Homer, these people are professional roasters. Don't give them fodder.
Sometimes the framing device doesn't even bother to naturally introduce clips. It just goes, fuck it, here's a bunch of clips of celebrities that have appeared in the show. It's embarrassing. So yeah, the wraparound segments of the clip show are a messy series of pandering callbacks and half-arsed character writing. The episode does attempt to throw in a conflict towards the end by having space aliens Kang and Kodos invade the Rose to use Homer's actions on Earth as an excuse to obliterate mankind. However, it's clearly just another excuse to show more and more clips. The audience don't panic that much, there's no sense of tension, and the aliens are defeated through, you guessed it, clips. The paper-thin plot also makes this a very forgettable episode with no identity. Clip show episodes can be memorable too. In So It's Come to This, a Simpsons clip show, Bart pulls a dangerous prank on Homer which lands him in a coma. You totally remember that episode, don't you? That's because it had a solid framing device for the clips. It had a moving story that added emotional weight to the clips, and a strong April Fool's Day theme to give it an identity. This episode actually tried to be something more than just a clip show ordered by Fox to save money. To conclude, I think that Gump Roast is a boring, forgettable, lazy and shallow episode of The Simpsons. Its clip show format is outdated, its only original material is really unfunny, and it's all a sign that the show was starting to lose its spirit and charm. You're not gonna miss anything if you don't watch this episode, trust me, it's a stinker. I've been Jambareeqi and I hope you enjoyed my review. Feel free to support me on Patreon. Cheerio, folks.